Good afternoon, everyone. It is 5 o'clock, and at this time I'll call the pre-council meeting for the Perry City Council for Tuesday, December the 2nd, 2005 to order. We do have a quorum this evening. Item 3 on our agenda are citizens with input. Are there any citizens here this evening that would like to address mayor and council at this time? Thank you. Item 4 is items for review and discussion. 4A are discussions of the December the 2nd, 2025 council meeting agenda. Council members, I'll call your attention to that agenda. Items 1, 2, and 3 are standard items. Is there someone that'd like to do the invocation? Mr. Peterson? I'll do the pledge. Okay. And Mr. Moody is do the pledge. Thank you. Item 4 will be citizens with input relative to the agenda items except for public hearings. Item 5 will be recognitions and presentations. 5A is recognition of Fire Lieutenant Patrick Watson for obtaining his Georgia Certified Company Officer certification through the Georgia Associations of Fire Chiefs. Chief Parker?
Yes, sir. We'll have a member here tonight from the Georgia Association of Fire Chiefs that will present that to Lieutenant Watson.
Okay, thank you. Item 5B is Employee Years of Service Awards. Ms. Birdshaw, you have, it appears, 5 people that you'll be acknowledging this evening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we'll go through each of those at that point in time. Okay. Item 5C must be firefighter night tonight. We got fire safety poster contest winners. Chief?
Yes, sir. We'll have the winners tonight show up for our to present them with their certificates. And as far as I know, they should all be here, all 4 of them.
Super. We'll look forward to celebrating with them. Item 6 will be a public hearing. 6A is a special exception. It's SUSC 0178 2025. The applicant is Roberto Dennis, requesting a special exception to allow a short-term rental. The property is located at 718-3 Chelsea Drive.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. The applicant, Mr. Dennis, is applying, as stated, for a short-term rental permit for one of the units on this triplex. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath unit, and it would have a maximum of 6 occupants with parking for up to 2 vehicles. The full report will be read at during the hearing. The Planning Commission did recommend approval of this application as submitted. We did have some feedback about concerns relative to the use of the C3 parcel that is to the southeast of this parcel. Residents were concerned about whether or not another short-term rental would be allowed within a certain distance of this one, and so we were able to address that in the Planning Commission meeting. So I did want to mention that here. And this was one of the short-term rentals that we were able to identify during our monthly monitoring, and we are able to bring them into compliance. So,
okay.
Yes, sir. Welcome all questions.
Questions, council members? Yes, sir.
When you say you were able to bring them into compliance, what does that mean?
So they were already operating the short-term rental, and we were able to identify the listing using our monitoring software, contact the owner with some other software that we have, and then reroute them through the approval process.
And as far as the concerns that residents had about an adjacent parcel or a nearby parcel, according to the the code of ordinances, I'm sure you were able to explain to them the restrictions, the distance restrictions.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you were able to allay the concerns of the neighbors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions? Thank you, Ms. Carson.
Mhm.
Item 6B is also a special exception request. It's SUSC 0191-2025. The applicant is Shamika L. Walker, requesting a special exception to allow a home daycare as a residential business. The property is located at 313 Wax Myrtle Way. Ms. Carson?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, sir. As stated, this is a special exception request for 313 Wax Myrtle Way, requesting to have a home daycare for up to 6 children as a residential business. This is in Phase 5 of the Lake Forest subdivision. It's surrounded on all sides by PUD zone properties. The full report will be read at the public hearing. There was no feedback that I remember from surrounding residents. We are requiring that pickup and drop-off take place in the driveway of the home, and the Planning Commission recommended approval as submitted.
Questions, council? Thank you, Ms. Carson.
Yes, sir.
Item 6C is a special exception request, SUSC 0192-2025. The applicant is Brittany Ross, requesting a special exception to allow home daycare as a residential business. This property is located at 219 Rusty Plow Lane. Ms. Carson?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, sir. As stated, another special exception request for a daycare home for up to 6 children. This is in Phase 1 of the Preserve at Ag Village, surrounded on all sides by PUD zoning. There was no feedback from residents. The full report will be read at the time of the hearing, and the Planning Commission did recommend approval as submitted.
Okay. Questions, council members? Thank you, Ms. Carson.
Yes, sir.
6D is a special exception request, SUSE 0193-2025. The applicant is Sarah Stinson, requesting a special exception to allow a cottage bakery as a residential business. The property is located at 1300 North Avenue.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, sir. This is a special exception request for a residential business. Ms. Stinson is applying to operate a home bakery in a portion of the house. This is located in the Smoke subdivision in a home that was built in 1962. There were no questions or concerns raised from surrounding residents. The full report will be read at the time of the hearing. Planning Commission did recommend approval of the application as submitted.
Questions, council members? Thank you, Ms. Carson.
Yes, sir.
Item 6E is a special exception request. It's SUSE 0195-2025. The applicant is Don Carter, a PE, requesting a special exception for a commercial storage facility. The property is located on South Perry Parkway.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, sir. As stated, this is a special exception request. The applicant is proposing, there we are. The applicant is proposing to develop a 5.71 acre portion of the 23 acre lot. This is a part of the former Shelton properties located at the corner of Perry Parkway and Highway 41. The proposed use is a commercial storage facility. As you know, we do require special exceptions for these to be approved and developed. This would be similar to what is on North Perry Parkway. I believe we have a mock-up of no, we do not. Okay, I apologize. It's similar to the one, what is it called? The storage facility on North Perry Parkway.
Storage sense?
The larger one, the newest one, I believe it is. I can't remember the name of it.
Storage sense.
I think it is.
The one that's been there for a while.
No,
Isn't
this
it
is a
for a while?
brand new one.
I don't know.
It's about a year old, year and a half.
Or so, near where there was a nursery at one point. Yes.
Yes, right
There.
next to where the
Mhm.
nursery used to be.
Oh, yes, yes.
there. It's the same developer as that one, so
Okay.
it'll be a similar model as that one. There was no feedback from surrounding residents, and the planning commission did recommend approval as submitted.
Okay, questions, council members? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Carson. Item 6F was an annexation request that was withdrawn by the applicant, so no action is required on the part of the council. Item 7 will be the review of the minutes. Please note, Mr. Jones, Councilmember King, and Mayor Pro Tem Moody were absent from that meeting, so if you guys would abstain from that vote, I would appreciate it. Item 8 is unfinished business. 8A is an ordinance for the second reading and adoption. 8A1 is a second reading of an ordinance amending the FY 2025 budget. Mr. Worthington?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and Council, this is a standard process that the city has followed for multiple years now, where we adopt a budget following the end of the fiscal year to true up our actual revenues and expenses. What that does is allows us to kind of fast track our audit process and avoid certain reports due to DCA.
Questions, council members?
So, and once again, this is for fiscal year 25, which ended June 30, 25, not the current fiscal year.
Thank you. Questions? Item 9 will be any other unfinished business, and I'll review that with each of you. Item 10 will be new business. 10A are matters that referred from the December the 1st, 2025 work session, December the 2nd, 2025 pre-council meeting. We didn't have any carryover last night because the carryover we voted on was an agenda item 10G2, and it is on the agenda. Item 10B will be a special exception application vote for 0178-2025. 10C will be a special exception vote on 0191-2025. 10D will be a special exception vote on 0192-2025. 10E, special exception application 0193-2025. And 10F, special exception application 0195-2025. So we will ask for a vote on each one of those as we go through them. Item 10G are resolutions for consideration and adoption. 10G1 is a resolution to establish the sewer connection fee. Mr. Worthington?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and Council, this is just a continuation of our discussion from last night and the previous meeting as well. What the resolution before you does is establish a sewer connection fee to our sewer system, which pays for a certain proportion of the capacity to buy into our sewer system. The proposal is that the sewer connection fee would start on January 1, 2026 at $2,500 per ERU. On January 1, 2027, that would raise to $5,450. And then finally, the last phase is the January 1, 2028 effective date of 1 ERU costing $8,400 to connect to the sewer system.
Questions, council members? I just have a statement on that. We've been working on this for over a year now. We've gotten lots of feedback from a lot of people. I think that what has been proposed is the right way to move forward with this. I think that there should be an equitable sharing of new construction that is serving the development community, and I would recommend, from my opinion, that be approved this evening when it comes forward for a vote. So, okay. 10G2 is a resolution to approve a moratorium on liquor stores. Mr. Duffy?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This was discussed yesterday evening at our work session, but to recap, it is basically a temporary 6-month moratorium on liquor stores, which city staff proposed to use to evaluate if we need to enact more stringent precautions on to protect ourselves against the potential proliferation of liquor stores, knowing that other communities across the region have enacted more strict guidelines above the state minimum requirements. So this is just a 6-month evaluation window for us to look into that further and perhaps come back with a more permanent series of local policies towards that.
Okay. Questions, council members? Thank you. 10G3 is a resolution accepting ownership and maintenance of rights-of-way and certain infrastructure in the Orchard Phase 2. Mr. Duffy?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So this is a proposal to accept infrastructure and the roadway basically in the Orchard subdivision Phase 2. This would include the street right-of-way as well as the related stormwater and sewer infrastructure to manage the stormwater runoff as well as fire hydrants and the like. The roads in question are the Oconee Trail and a short portion of Mahan Drive.
Questions, council members? Thank you, Mr. Duffy. Item 10H is a Georgia Power Company easement relative to 650 General Courtney Hodges Boulevard. Mr. McMurray?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The city received an easement request from Georgia Power. This is in relation to the bridge project, GDOT bridge project at State Route 7, 127 and US 41. This easement is along the southern side of the right-of-way, GDOT right-of-way along Centennial Park. City staff has reviewed and recommend approval.
Questions, council? Yes, sir.
What does that mean, Mr. McMurray?
Georgia Power needs this easement to relocate their existing infrastructure over some odd feet in different areas to get out of the way of the bridge construction project.
Thank you.
Okay. Other questions? Thank you, sir. Item 10I is the naming of the new wastewater treatment facility as A.E. Harris Wastewater Reclamation Facility. Mr. Smith?
Thank you, Mayor. The time has come to name the new wastewater treatment facility, keeping in line with what the city has done in the past. We have typically named significant utility provision facilities after the road that they're located on. For example, the Tucker Road Water Treatment Facility. Also keeping in line with the preferred nomenclature of the times, the word reclamation is used as opposed to treatment. So again, that's why this is being recommended as a A.E. Harris Wastewater Reclamation Facility. The city needs to go ahead and have produced signage, and it's also actually required to finalize our permitting and all that sort of thing, that we have a formal name for the facility. So that's why that's coming to you all this evening.
Questions, council? Thank you, Mr. Smith. 10J is the state of Georgia list of roads for Department of Public Safety speed detection. Chief?
Yes, sir. Mayor and Council, we are required to run speed detection in this community to have a license through the Department of Public Safety. It has to be renewed every couple of years. Basically, it brings up to date all the list of roads in the city and the speed limits and the distance they travel. So this is just a renewal to the Department of Public Safety.
Questions, council? Thank you. Items 11 through 17 are standard items. Council members, do you have any questions about the agenda this evening as outlined? Thank you. Item 5 is council member items. Dr. Albritton? No, sir. Mr. Moody?
Yes, sir. Chief Everidge, I was approached by a resident on Airport Road Extension requesting patrol. She feels like the traffic is exceeding the speed limit along there, and she asked me if I would ask you to have your patrol department look into that.
We'll work on that. Most of them are residents, but we'll work on that.
Thank you. I think she knows that, but anyway, she asked me to pass it on. So
we did a concentrated effort a couple months ago and slowed them down significantly, but most of them live within within a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. But we'll be glad to talk to them again.
Thank you.
Mr. Peterson.
None for me, but I'll be sure to slow down next time I'm on Airport Road.
Reverend King. Mr. Smith.
No, sir, I don't have anything.
Ms. Newby? Okay. There's no requirement for an executive session, is there, this evening? Okay. Council members, is there anything to come before us before we adjourn till 6 o'clock? Hearing nothing at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn until 6 o'clock. Motion is second. All in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Please, we are adjourned until 6 o'clock.